Hey friends, hope you're doing well today. I want to share a small story with you. There once lived a farmer in the village, and this farmer had a small piece of land, and he also had 5 cows where he would get fresh milk every morning, and he was known to make the best butter in the village. His butter was really tasty. So the local baker in the area would always go and buy the fresh butter from this farmer. So every morning he would go and he would buy 1 kg of butter from this farmer, and in return the farmer would buy 1 kg of bread from the baker. And this transaction took place for many years together. One fine day the baker decided that I want to weigh the amount of butter that this farmer is giving me every day. So the next day again he goes, he gets the 1 kg butter from the farmer, and then the baker comes back home and then he weighs it. And when he weighs the butter is actually 250 grams less than a kg. So he was very annoyed, he was very angry. He said, how could the farmer do this to me? I've been buying butter from him for so many years and he's been duping me every single day. So he goes to the farmer, he said, look, it's been so many years that I've bought fresh butter from you, and you have always given me less amount of butter, 250 grams less every time I bought from you. The farmer was very honest and very humble. He said, I have not cheated you. I have given the exact amount that you requested. They had a heated discussion. Later on the matter went to the police station, and then both the farmer and the baker in front of the inspector, and the inspector is asking the farmer, he's like, did you give the baker 1 kg of butter? He said yes. The baker said, no, when I went home it was not 1 kg, it was 250 grams less. So the inspector again asked the farmer, he said, do you weigh the butter before giving? He said, yes, I do have a weighing machine, but you see I don't have the weights to weigh the butter. So what I do is, when I receive the 1 kilo of bread, I take that 1 kilo of bread and I put it on the opposite side of the weighing scale, and that I know that the baker is so honest with me that he will give me 1 kg of bread. So on the other side I put the exact amount till the bread and butter are in level. So in that case I never cheated him. I gave him the exact amount of butter that he gave me bread. Friends, this is a very interesting story. Sometimes in life we become self-righteous, we become arrogant, we think that we are always right. The story that I just mentioned here, that the farmer was giving the exact amount of butter that the bread he was receiving. So if the baker was giving him 250 grams less of bread, he was weighing the exact same butter with that measure. So when we go to our daily lives, how many times do we get self-righteous, which is a really critical issue in our community, in our churches, and in the individual? Sometimes we feel that we are always right. No, we can always be wrong as well. Sometimes we expect people to do right with us and we do wrong with them. So many times we expect that people should be honest with us and we be dishonest with them. So many times we expect people to do the right thing when we do the wrong thing. And that's a problem that begins from the heart. When we call ourselves Christians, we are supposed to be honest. We are supposed to be the people who can be dependable. We are supposed to be people who take Christ with us. And sometimes we get self-righteous. We feel that we do nothing wrong. Like the story said, the baker was expecting the right amount of butter, but he was giving the wrong amount of bread in return. And that's really interesting when we face our Christian lives, that this is the kind of transaction we always come into. When we read James chapter 4 verse 17, it says, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. It is sin for them. How many times we know the right thing and still choose not to do it? The baker knew that he was giving 250 grams less, but still he gave it to the farmer. He had a weighing scale. He knew he was giving 250 grams less, but he expected the right amount in return. Friends, we got to understand, we got to be humble, we got to be trustworthy, and the most important thing is we got to reflect Christ in our actions. Because when we interact with people, we are reflecting the image of Christ. And when people interact with us or do business with us or have any interaction with our daily lives, they got to see Christ in us. So we got to take the image of Christ to people and show them the love, show them the honesty, show them the trustworthiness that we as Christians have. This is a small message. Take care. God bless.